The cake sits on the table like a promise unkept, unicorn-shaped with strawberry cream and glittery icing that sparkles under the kitchen lights. I ordered it 2 weeks ago, imagining Lily's face lighting up when she saw it. Pink paper plates stacked neatly beside purple balloons I hung late last night while she slept, her small breaths the only sound in the house. The table overflows with snacks, chips, cupcakes that look perfect for Instagram but no one ever eats, drinks in colorful cups. Greg blows up another balloon, 3 popping in a row, the cat diving under the bed in panic. Lily wakes, hugs me from behind, whispers, "Is it today?" "Yep, today," I say, her beam making my heart swell. She's 7, that age where belief in happy endings is still strong, where trying hard feels like enough to make things work. And God, we tried. She helps set out the stickers she picked for each friend, handwriting invitations for 15 kids, making sure it's fair. At 3 o'clock, the doorbell rings, finally. Greg's parents, Susan and Robert, stand there with a wrapped gift and a framed certificate, Granddaughter of the Year. Lily hugs them like they're the whole party, showing off the decorations, the cake, everything she prepared. For a stupid second, I believe it's okay. By 3:30, no one else. Greg says, "Maybe traffic." Lily fidgets by the window, whispering, "Maybe they went to the park first." At 4, she sits in her sequin dress, rocking, hope fading. I slip into the kitchen, not for water, but to hide the rage building. The phone rings at 4:28, one mom. "How's Lily? Shame you canceled." "What?" I say, stomach twisting. She reads the message from my number saying Lily's sick, party's off. I didn't send it. I call others, same story, some out of town, some surprised. I post in the school group, party's on, false info sent. People trickle in late, Jade's mom with a huge teddy, Allison with twins, apologizing, bringing wine, carrot sticks. Lily blows out candles at 5:50, no big smile, just snuffing them out. Maybe a wish unspoken. The party rolls, juice on carpet, balloons popped, kids climbing sills. Susan and Robert keep cheerful. Greg clenches his jaw every time Lily glances at the door. Nancy and Frank, my parents, didn't come. No call, no card, though they promised a doll. Lauren, my sister, didn't show. Her son Tyler uninvited because he bullied Lily. Pushing, ripping stuff, calling her names. I explained to Lauren face to face. She nodded, but her smile hit a knife. This sabotage, fake messages, is her payback. My parents took her side, ignoring Lily's day. I didn't cry. That night, with Lily asleep, Greg says, "Mistake?" I nod, but no, it's Lauren. Enough. Revenge stirs, not loud but calculated. The kitchen smells of sugar and stale hope, the unicorn cake untouched, except for the single slice Lily cut, her small hands trembling as she tried to keep the party alive. Balloons bob above, their purple shine mocking the empty chairs, the pink plates stacked unused. Greg's parents, Susan and Robert, stay late, their voices bright as they distract Lily with stories, but her eyes keep drifting to the window, searching for headlights that never come. I'm in the kitchen, gripping my phone, scrolling through messages from parents who swear they got a text from me. Lily's sick, party's canceled. My number, my name, but not my words. Courtney. What? I thought she was down with a fever, one mom says, her voice confused over the phone. Another reads the text aloud. Hi, sadly Lily's not feeling well, so we have to cancel. Sorry for the late notice. I didn't send it, I tell her, my stomach twisting like a wrung-out rag. She's surprised, promises to stop by, but the damage is done. I know who did this. Lauren's face flashes in my mind, her tight smile when I told her Tyler wasn't invited, her nod that hit a blade. This is her revenge, a calculated jab because her son didn't make Lily's list. He'd bullied her at school, pushed her, ripped her pencil case, called her a bug-eyed crybaby. I went to her in person. No texts, explained it calmly. Lily doesn't want him there. It's her day. Lauren said, of course it's fine, but her eyes were cold, her smile a lie. Now, this, fake messages from my number, sent to every parent on the guest list she knew from the school group chat I'd added her to once. My parents, Nancy and Frank, didn't show either. No call, no card, despite promising a doll. They knew, I'm sure of it, siding with Lauren's hurt feelings over their granddaughter's joy. By 5, I post in the school parent group. The party is not canceled. Lily is healthy. False info was sent under my name. We're still here. Slowly, guests trickle in. Jade's mom with a giant teddy, Allison with her twins, others with apologies and gifts. Lily blows out her candles at 5:50, her face blank, no wish spoken. The kids run wild. Juice staining the carpet, balloons popping, but it's not the party she dreamed of. Susan and Robert keep up their cheer. Greg clenches his jaw, and I smile for photos, my mind building a list. Lauren, who stabbed my daughter in the back. Nancy and Frank, who chose her side. Me, naive enough to think family meant love. That night, with Lily asleep, Greg stands in the kitchen, mug in hand. Maybe it was a mix-up, he says, hopeful. I nod, but I know better. Sure, I say, my voice flat. I step onto the porch, the air cool, stars sharp above. I exhale, not crying, just shifting, something inside me breaking free like a lock snapping open. Lauren's betrayal isn't new. It's just the loudest echo of a lifetime of slights. I was adopted at 5 months, my mom's pink bundle. But when Lauren was born, I became the backup plan. Her baby book was leather-bound, mine a dusty afterthought. Her tears got hugs, mine got, "You're too sensitive." By 3, I knew my place. Second, always. This isn't about me now. It's about Lily, and I'm done letting them hurt her. Tomorrow, they'll see what happens when you cross a mother's line. The porch steps are cool under my bare feet, the night air sharp with the scent of damp grass and distant pine. I sit, staring into the dark, the echo of Lily's quiet disappointment carving a hollow in my chest. The unicorn cake sits half-eaten in the kitchen, its glittery icing dulled, balloons sagging against the ceiling. Greg's inside, cleaning up, his silence a steady presence that doesn't push or judge. Lily's asleep, curled under her blanket, her sequin dress draped over a chair like a discarded dream. The party happened, late, patched together, but it wasn't what she deserved. Lauren's fake messages, sent from my number, turned her day into a waiting game, and my parents' absence, no call, no card, sealed the betrayal. They chose her side, just like always, and I'm done pretending it doesn't cut. I was adopted at 5 months, my mom's pink bundle from an agency catalog, her eyes teary with joy at my first bottle. She loved telling that story, how she knew I was hers. But 7 months later, she got pregnant. A miracle after years of infertility tests, hormones, heartbreak. Lauren was born when I was barely a year old, and the shift was instant. Her baby book had leather covers, gold lettering, full-color photos captioned in Mom's perfect handwriting. My real little star. Mine was a thin notebook, dusty on a shelf, my first laugh scribbled in pencil. When Lauren cried, Mom scooped her up, kissed her cheeks. When I cried, I got, "You're too sensitive, Courtney. Be the big sister." I was 3.5, still a child, but not the child. I tried to play with her, offering a teddy bear, but Mom stopped me. "Don't touch her. You'll scare her." Like I was a stranger, not a sister. School was my escape, where I could be the easy one, straight A's, dishes done, no back talk. Lauren tore homework, slammed doors, stirred drama, but Mom smiled. She's got a sensitive soul, needs space. I got expectations, not space. A perfect score earned a nod, "You're a hard worker." Lauren's B got, she did it on her own, so proud. I stopped expecting praise, stopped expecting anything. At 9, I overheard Mom on the phone laughing. If I'd known I'd get pregnant, we wouldn't have bothered with the adoption circus, so much time and money. A pause then. No, I don't regret it, just unnecessary. Barefoot in my bunny pajamas, I stood in the hallway, realizing I wasn't a blessing, just a backup plan. I asked Dad once, "Did you want me?" He looked at me like a bill he forgot to pay. "We took you in, didn't we? That means something." No hugs, no warmth, just duty. Lauren grew up favored, her mistakes excused, her tantrums soothed. When I met Greg in college, he was the first person who didn't make me audition for love. We built a life, had Lily, bright, soft-hearted, my everything. But Lauren's life unraveled. Quick marriage, quicker divorce, then Tyler, who learned her ways. He bullied Lily at school, pushing, name-calling, tearing her things. I went to Lauren calmly, asked her to talk to him. She waved it off. "They're kids. Don't make it a thing." Then Tyler told Lily we weren't real family because I was adopted, words too sharp for a 9-year-old to invent. They came from Lauren, her resentment spilling over, poisoning her son. I told her face to face, Lily doesn't want him at her birthday. She nodded, but her smile was a lie. And now, this. Fake messages, a sabotaged party, my parents' silence. I'm done being the easy one. Tomorrow, they'll learn what happens when you hurt my daughter. The morning sun slices through the kitchen blinds, glinting off the half-eaten unicorn cake, its strawberry cream sagging like a forgotten dream. Lily's upstairs, still asleep, her sequin dress folded neatly on her chair, a silent reminder of yesterday's hurt. Greg's at the sink, scrubbing juice-stained cups, his shoulders tense but his silence steady, giving me space to process. The memory of Lily by the window, rocking in her chair, waiting for guests who never came, burns in my chest. Lauren's fake messages, sent from my number, claiming Lily was sick, stole her joy, and my parents, Nancy and Frank, didn't even call, choosing her side over their granddaughters. I sip my coffee, its bitterness matching the resolve hardening inside me. This isn't just about a party, it's about a lifetime of being pushed aside, and I'm done letting it slide. Lily deserves better, and so do I. It started months ago, when Tyler's bullying became undeniable. He was 9, Lily 7, sharing the same elementary school. At first it was small, calling her a nerd, snickering at her glasses. Then it turned cruel. He pushed her in the hallway, ripped her pencil case, got other kids to gang up, calling her bug-eyed crybaby. Lily came home sobbing, her spark dimmed. It took hours to coax the story out, her voice small as she sat on her bed, clutching a stuffed rabbit. I went to the school, spoke to teachers, kept it calm. Then I called Lauren. "Tyler's hurting Lily," I said, "no yelling. Can you talk to him?" She laughed it off. "They're kids, Courtney. Stop making it a thing." But it was a thing. Lily's quiet tears, her hesitation to go to school, her light fading. The worst came later. Lily came home, eyes hollow, and said, "Tyler told me we're not family, that you're adopted, so I'm not their anything." The words hit like a slap, too sharp for a kid to invent. I hugged her tight. "Family's about love, sweetheart, not blood. We chose each other." I called Lauren the next day, voice steady. "Tyler said I'm not real family because I'm adopted. Did he get that from you?" Silence, then a nervous laugh. "He's a kid, probably misunderstood. You're so sensitive." I told my parents, expecting support. Mom gasped. Where would he hear that? But her voice was hollow, defensive. They knew, or at least suspected. Lauren's resentment ran deep, rooted in a childhood where she was the star, and I was the shadow. When Lily planned her party, she was firm. No Tyler. I backed her up. I went to Lauren in person. No texts, no ambiguity. Lily doesn't want him there. He's been cruel. It's her day. Lauren nodded, her smile tight. "Okay, your choice." My parents didn't argue either. Mom even said, "if it makes things easier." I believed them, naive enough to think they'd prioritize Lily's happiness. But their absence, Lauren's sabotage, proved otherwise. They chose her, like always, leaving Lily to wait by the window, her hope crumbling. I'm done begging for scraps of their love. Now as Greg dries the last cup, I set my coffee down, my mind clear. "I'm calling the contractor," I say. He nods, understanding without words. I dial Steve, who's been working on my parents' roof. "Stop the job. I'm not paying anymore." He pauses. "They owe $3,000 already." "That's their problem now," I say. "Pack up today." I hang up, feeling the first spark of control. Lauren's next. She owes me $6,000 from last year, a short-term loan she never repaid. I'm done being the backup plan, the easy one. They hurt my daughter, and they'll see what happens when I stop playing nice. The kitchen is quiet now. The morning light filtering through the blinds, casting stripes across the counter where the unicorn cake still sits. Its glittery icing, a fading reminder of Lily's broken birthday. Greg's at work, Lily's upstairs drawing, her soft hum drifting down like a fragile thread of hope. I'm at the table, my coffee cold, my phone buzzing with a text from Steve, the contractor. "Crew's gone. Roof's half done. Your parents called, freaking out." I don't reply, my fingers steady as I open my laptop, pulling up bank records, emails, the handwritten IOU from Lauren for the $6,000 I lent her last year. She'd promised it was temporary, just to get through a rough patch, but months passed and her excuses piled up like unpaid bills. My parents' roof, their paint job, their endless renovations, I've been footing those too, quietly. No applause, just invoices sent my way like it's my duty. Not anymore. They chose Lauren, chose to skip Lily's party, and now they'll face the consequences. I call my bank, canceling the automatic payments for my parents' utilities, electric, water, internet, gone with a few clicks. I remove them from my health insurance, my voice calm as I confirm with the agent. Then I draft a formal demand letter to Lauren, attaching bank transfers, her signed IOU, and a deadline. 2 weeks, or it's court. I hit send, the email whooshing into the void, a line drawn in digital ink. The phone rings almost instantly. Mom, her voice shrill. "Courtney, what's going on? The contractor left, the roof's exposed, wires everywhere." I let her talk, her panic rising. You didn't come to Lily's party, I say, my tone flat. No call, no card. You knew about the fake messages. Silence then. It was awkward, Courtney. You hurt Lauren by not inviting Tyler. I laugh, short and bitter. Lily was hurt. She waited for you. You chose your side. Dad's voice cuts in, gruff. You're being selfish, excluding family like that. Family? I say. Family doesn't sabotage a 7-year-old's birthday. Who sent those messages? Mom stammers. We didn't get any. Too quick, too rehearsed. The other parents did, from my number. Lauren had access to the group chat. Dad mutters, tech glitches happen. I don't argue. Their denial is a wall I can't climb. I hang up, my hand steady, and call Lauren. You sent those messages, didn't you? Canceling Lily's party. Her voice is sharp, defensive. What? No idea what you're talking about. Maybe your phone got hacked. You knew the guest list, I say. You were mad about Tyler. She snaps. You cut my son out like garbage. He cried, Courtney. You made him feel worthless. He bullied Lily, I say. Told her we're not family because I'm adopted. Where'd he get that? Silence, then. He's a kid. You're dramatic. I don't flinch. The $6,000 you owe me? 2 weeks, or court. I hang up, the silence heavy but freeing, like shedding a rotten skin. That afternoon, Lily comes downstairs, her drawing a swirl of stars and rainbows. Is Grandma mad at me? She asks, eyes wide. I kneel, hugging her. No, sweetheart. They're mad at themselves. We're okay. She nods, trusting, and I feel the weight of protecting her settle deeper. I've spent a lifetime trying to please them, Nancy, Frank, Lauren, hoping for love that never came. Adopted at 5 months, I was their pink bundle until Lauren was born, the miracle who eclipsed me. Her tears got hugs, mine got, be the big sister. At 9, I heard Mom say adoption was unnecessary, a wound that never healed. Now, they've hurt Lily and I'm done. The contractor's photo arrives, ladders gone, roof half stripped, my parents' house exposed. Lauren's texts start, pleading, then threatening. I don't answer. This isn't revenge, it's justice, quiet and final, for the daughter who deserves everything they refused to give. The house hums with the quiet of early evening, the dishwasher's soft churn blending with the distant chirp of crickets outside. Lily's upstairs, her crayons scratching paper, crafting another galaxy of stars that make her smile. I'm at the kitchen table, my laptop open, the screen glowing with the lawyer's email confirming the demand letter sent to Lauren. The $6,000 she owes me, the roof repairs I've stopped funding for my parents. Each step feels like carving out space for Lily and me, a boundary drawn in ink and resolve. My phone buzzes, a voicemail from Mom, her voice trembling with rehearsed despair. Courtney, the house is a mess. No hot water, wires exposed. How could you do this? Another from Dad. You're tearing this family apart over a misunderstanding. I don't listen to the rest. Their words are a script I know too well. Guilt, blame, no regret for Lily's empty birthday. For standing by while Lauren sent those fake messages from my number, claiming Lily was sick, canceling the party she'd planned with such care. Lauren's texts come next, a flurry of all-caps desperation. You're ruining my life. Tyler's crying again. Then a photo of him, eyes red, with the caption, "Look what you did." I stare at it, my stomach twisting, not with guilt but with anger. She's using her son, just like she used those parents' group chat to sabotage Lily's day. I was adopted at 5 months, my mom's pink bundle, until Lauren was born, their miracle baby. Her baby book was leather-bound, mine a scribbled afterthought. Her tantrums got hugs, my tears got, "You're too sensitive." At 9, I overheard Mom say adoption was a circus, unnecessary once Lauren arrived. Dad's answer to my question, "Did you want me?" was a blank. "We took you in, didn't we?" I've spent years chasing their approval, but hurting Lily was their final mistake. The school calls the next day. "Your parents were here," the principal says, her voice cautious. "They tried giving Lily a gift, a doll, with a card." My heart races. What did she do? She walked away, didn't take it. I exhale, proud of her strength. The card, I learn later, read, "Will always love you, even when your mom doesn't act nice." Classic manipulation, blaming me to get to Lily. I meet with the principal, updating the no-contact list. Nancy, Frank, Lauren, Tyler, none can approach Lily at school. Security will enforce it. That night, a CPS worker knocks, polite but thorough, checking a concern about Lily's safety. The house is spotless, pantry full, homework done, Lily smiling as she shows her drawings. "Do you feel safe?" the worker asks. Lily nods, calm. "My mom's the best. The worker leaves apologizing. More warmth here than in many homes, she says. I know who called, Lauren, or my parents, trying to paint me as unstable. I save the CPS report, add it to my file. Lauren's texts, Mom's voicemails, Dad's email calling me a degenerate ingrate. The contractor sends another photo, my parents' roof half-stripped, tarp flapping, walls exposed. They're begging neighbors for help, claiming I abandoned them. Lauren's silent now, her threats replaced by panic as the repayment deadline looms. Lily comes downstairs, her eyes bright. Can we bake cookies tomorrow? I smile, pulling her close. Anything you want, sweetheart. She's healing, her laughter returning, but I'm not naive anymore. They'll try again, guilt, manipulation, whatever it takes. But I'm ready, my boundaries steel, my love for Lily fiercer than their schemes. This isn't about revenge, it's about protecting what's mine, and they'll learn what happens when you cross a mother's line. The lawyer's office smells of polished wood and old coffee, the kind of place where decisions feel final. I sit across from Karen, my attorney, her desk stacked with files, my own a thick folder of texts, voicemails, bank transfers, and Lauren's handwritten IOU for $6,000. The CPS report lies on top, its pages crisp, proof of their latest stunt, trying to paint me as an unfit mother after sabotaging Lily's birthday with fake cancellation messages. Karen flips through the evidence, her glasses perched on her nose. You've built a solid case, Courtney, she says, her voice calm but sharp. Sustained emotional harassment, boundary violations, misuse of state systems with that CPS call. Options, restraining order or civil suit for damages. I choose the softer route, for now. Legal notices to Lauren, Nancy, and Frank, declaring any contact harassment, any attempt to reach Lily through school or third parties grounds for court. We file a police report for the false CPS claim, attaching Greg's recording of Lauren's rant. You and your brat are a problem. I walk out, not triumphant, but steady, like the ground beneath me has finally stopped shifting. Back home, the kitchen is warm with the scent of chocolate chip cookies Lily and I baked last night. She's at school, her laughter stronger each day, her drawings of stars and moons pinned to the fridge. Greg's at work, but his side hug this morning lingers, a quiet anchor. My phone stays silent, no more voicemails from Mom, no all-caps texts from Lauren. The contractor sends a final update. My parents' house is a wreck, roof half done, tarp flapping in the wind, basement walls cracking. They're begging neighbors for loans, claiming I abandoned them. Lauren's repayment hearing looms next week, her credit already flagged after missing the deadline. She's between jobs, her lawyer pleaded. But the judge wasn't moved, full amount, plus interest and fees. I don't gloat, I breathe, the silence a kind of freedom. Lily comes home, her backpack swinging, a new sparkle in her eyes. School was fun, she says, tossing a drawing of a rocket ship onto the table. No one was mean today. I hug her, my heart swelling. She's healing, but the scars remain, her waiting by the window last year, her quiet voice asking if Grandma was mad at her. I was adopted at 5 months. My mom's pink bundle until Lauren was born, their miracle who eclipsed me. Her tears got love, mine got, you're too sensitive. At 9 I heard Mom call adoption an unnecessary circus, a wound I carried into adulthood. Lauren's life, quick marriage, quicker divorce, a son who bullies, mirrored her entitlement. Tyler's cruelty to Lily, calling her not family because I'm adopted, came from Lauren's whispers. I tried reasoning, went to her calmly, but her fake messages and my parents' absence proved they'd never choose us. The school principal calls, confirming the no-contact list holds. Nancy and Frank tried again, leaving a doll outside the gate, but security turned them away. The CPS workers' report, praising our home's warmth, sits in my file, alongside neighbors' statements confirming Lily's safety. Karen adds it all to the harassment case, her email firm. They're out of moves. Lauren's texts, once furious, now beg. I'll pay, just give me time. Mom's voicemails plead, we're family, Courtney, don't do this. But family doesn't hurt a 7-year-old and call it loyalty. I've spent years chasing their approval, being the easy one, but Lily's tear-streaked face changed that. The roof, the loan, the boundaries, they're not revenge, they're protection. A wall around the life we're building, where Lily's laughter is the loudest sound. The porch swing creaks softly under me. The evening air cool and laced with the scent of blooming jasmine from the neighbor's yard. Inside, the house hums with life. Lily's laughter spills from the living room, mingling with the chatter of her friends, their voices bright as they chase each other around the galaxy-themed cake, its frosting shimmering with stars and moons. It's her 8th birthday, a year since the empty party when Lauren's fake messages stole her joy. When my parents, Nancy and Frank, chose silence over their granddaughter. The kitchen table overflows with snacks, chips, cupcakes, juice cups in every color, but this time the chairs are full, the balloons bobbing with purpose. Greg's parents, Susan and Robert, are here, their world's best 8-year-old certificate pinned proudly on the fridge. The kids, real friends who love Lily for her quirks, climb on the couch, pop balloons, spill juice on the rug. It's messy, loud, perfect. I sip my tea, the mug warm in my hands, and think of the silence that followed the legal notices. Lauren's repayment hearing ended with a judge's gavel, full amount, interest, fees, her credit ruined, banks closing doors. She tried begging, her text shifting from rage to please. "I'm broke, Courtney. Give me time." I didn't answer. My parents' house sits half-finished, tarp flapping over an exposed roof, basement walls cracking, their calls to neighbors for loans met with shrugs. Mom's voicemail stopped after the police report for the false CPS claim, the one they thought would paint me unstable. The school's no-contact list held firm. Nancy and Frank's attempt to drop off a doll was blocked, security escorting them away. Karen, my lawyer, sent final warnings. Any contact is harassment, documented, actionable. The evidence, texts, voicemails, Greg's recording of Lauren's rant, "You and your brat are a problem," sealed their fate. Silence fell, dense and final, like a curtain closing. Lily bounds onto the porch, her face flushed, arms full of dandelions. "These are for you, Mommy," she says, her freckles glowing under the porch light. I take them, their soft yellow heads bright against my palm. "Thanks, sweetheart. Having fun?" She nods, grinning. "Can we only invite our people from now on?" I laugh, pulling her into a hug. "Always, Lily. Only our people." She runs back inside, joining the chaos, her laughter louder than the music. Greg steps out, his hand finding mine, steady as ever. "You built this," he says, his voice low, warm. I nod, my throat tight, thinking of the year behind us, the betrayal, the boundaries, the freedom we've claimed. I was adopted at 5 months, Mom's pink bundle, until Lauren's birth made me a shadow. Her tears got love, mine got, "You're too sensitive." At 9, I heard her call adoption a circus, unnecessary once their miracle arrived. Dad's blank, "We took you in, didn't we?" was no comfort. Lauren's entitlement grew, her son Tyler echoing her cruelty, bullying Lily, calling her not family because of my adoption. I tried reasoning, but her fake messages and my parents' absence at Lily's party showed their true colors. I cut their financial lifelines, roof repairs, utilities, insurance, demanded Lauren's debt, filed harassment claims. They thought I'd bend, but I broke free, choosing Lily, choosing us. As the party winds down, kids leaving with sticky hands and smiles, I stand in the yard, fireflies flickering like tiny stars. Lily's safe, her light undimmed, surrounded by love that doesn't demand sacrifice. Nancy, Frank, Lauren, they're ghosts now, their lives unraveling in the mess they made. Revenge wasn't loud, it was signatures, boundaries, a life rebuilt. I breathe, the night soft around me, knowing we're enough.